Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Pepe. We're back with a pretty important update. The last time I covered Pepe I think was on Wednesday or Thursday when we had that breakout right here, which looked pretty good. And on Thursday I also said, you know, this looks like a real breakout. I think we can actually rally up higher. However, you should not buy Pepe as long as we haven't broken above 1500s. Now I think in hindsight, it's a little bit double because I did expect that we would be able to break out, right? So I was wrong in that sense, but I was right in my advice. Obviously, these videos are not direct advice, but in my thoughts that, you know, buying Pepe right there was premature, especially, well, given the fact that we still had that massive resistance level at 1500 and 1550. So yeah, in the end, it's the update then was a little bit double, but since then, obviously, the rest of Thursday, we had a lot of bearish pressure, while normally Thursday is quite strong for the crypto markets, and then the Friday afterwards, where Pepe, if I remember correctly, is normally quite strong during the Asian session. We also did not really gain much strength during that. I mean, we did hold support, as you can see the value area low right here. That blue line was held during the Asian session, but then during the European and the US session, we saw that same selling pressure as we had on Thursday. And what that has caused for not only Pepe, but also for Pepe, is a breakdown below value. All right, we had this consolidation, we had this value established between 1420 and 1260. So obviously that's not the entire range, but that's where most of the volume was traded. And we dropped down below that, and we dropped down below that with quite a lot of volume. We haven't been able, which is not strange, but we haven't been able to get back above that level over the course of this weekend, so I have to be bearish. All right, this is a bearish breakdown. It looks like a real bearish breakdown as well, so not a fake out. It's also a bit of it's also a bit too much to be a fake out, right? So for example, here we had a fake out below balance. That's a little bit crooked. Here we had a fake out below balance. Like this, you can recover from, but this, like we need to, in this case, to turn bullish again, we need to break above 1275. And I'm saying all these high numbers. I'm talking about the number after all the decimals, right? But it makes no sense to go over all the decimals. But that's the level we would need to break back above. I mean, that is, then we're talking about at least like a 15% move, which, like, is that a possibility? Yes, it is. But do I think at this point of time, given what we've seen since Friday, do I think it's most likely? No, like I said earlier, not only Pepe broke down, but meme coins in general also look significantly worse. Most of them at least. And then if you go to the higher time frames, you can also see that Pepe has dropped down below the 12-hour trend, which also coincides with the 1270 level. So can we get back up there? Certainly, but at this point of time, I would say it's much better to assume we're going to drop down lower. All right, and then we just hit a significant level right here at 1100. You know, do I expect a massive downtrend for Pepe? No. But I do think it's still a little bit more likely we'll push down lower into the support level right here between 900 and 1000, where we have this fair value gap, the 90-day rolling VWAP, the 786 FIB, and that from there we can actually find stronger support, better support, and support we can actually hold for a longer period of time to consolidate, and then from that consolidation we can potentially rally back up again. But that seems to be very short. That seems to be a little bit long term. Given the fact that I do not expect a reclaim in the short term. Now, if you do think we can get that reclaim, be my guest and buy Pepe right here. But to me, even though, look, on the short term right here for Pepe, do I think we can do something like this? Yes, right? So short term, it is possible we'll get up to 1270. But with the resistance we have there and with the strength I see from Pepe now, I would say it's most likely we will reject from there, remain stable, still get that drop down into 1900, get support from there, stability, and then from that stability, ultimately, I think we can rally up higher. But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I think that's the best way to approach Pepe. So I'll keep you updated on this, my prediction in my next videos as well. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.